Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. I'm here to break down the top 3 best decks to climb with in ranked if you enjoy playing mid-range. With that, let's just get right into it. And we'll be starting with the widely regarded best deck of the meta, and that is Morgana Elder Galio, or MEG for short. The main theme of the deck is to put down formidable allies in the early game, that way you can make a board and try to beat over the opponent with it, making sure to not get too far behind while pushing your advantage. It also has some cheeky plays where it uses magical fettering to put suppression in the opponent's hand, and mess with it, forcing them to spend mana in a way they don't want to. Mage Seeker Jr. also comes in as a problem card, same with Mage Seeker Inquisitor, to solidify the early and mid game. Turns 5 onwards becomes really simple. All you do is play on curve, Morgana into Enraged Fire Spitter, into like Galio, into Mahira, and then you basically win the game from there. Really explosive turns 5 through 8. So starting us off, we have Petricite Hound, 1 mana 0/2 formidable, and it's a fantastic target for magical fettering. Which is the next card. It is a 2 mana slow speed spell that says grant an ally 0/2, curse your opponent with suppression. Since we're giving our formidable allies 2 HP, that means they are doing more damage. Suppression is a really annoying card that goes into the opponent's hand, and it says, while I'm in hand, you can't play spells other than suppression. So you're basically forcing them to spend 2 mana in order to play out any spells that they want to play. Next we have Petricite Broadwing, which is another really strong early game formidable unit and amazing fettering target, as it also has Challenger. And next we have Gentleman's Duel, which is a fantastic strike spell that this deck has access to. It is a 3 mana fast speed spell. It says give an ally 0/2, then that ally and an enemy strike each other, so coming in with 2 extra damage on the formidables while being single combat. Very good. It's only 1 more mana, so definitely worth it. And next we have Mage Seeker Jr. He's a 3 mana 3/3 with a pretty strong aura. Spells that cost less than 3 now cost 3. So he messes with opponents' decks that want to spam spells, especially really low cost ones like 1 and 2 cost spells. Mage Seeker Jr. makes it really hard and really uncomfortable for the opponent to play the game. The second thing he's doing is he's making suppressions cost 1 extra, basically adding a little bit of salt to the wound, so the opponent has to spend 3 mana to unsuppress themselves, which can be followed up with another suppression into their hand, and then they have to pay another 3, and it gets a little cringe from there. Next we have Petricite Charger, just another really good early game formidable unit, fantastic fettering target. This one is particularly good against P and Z because they can't deal damage to him with spells. They have to use units on the board. So Mystic Shot and stuff like that won't work. So Petricite Charger, just a really good wall. Next we have Shield Durand, really strong buff card for formidables, plus 3 HP, which translates to plus 3 damage, and it's also good protection, and then round start another 2 HP slash damage, so just a really good combat tool and also protection tool. Next we have Mage Seeker Inquisitor, another problematic card, 4 mana 3/2 with Challenger and Tough. When I'm summoned, curse your opponent with suppression, just immediately, on summon play. Very good. Next we have Morgana. Morgana curses the opponent with Shackles, so you get to pick a unit and then the opponent has to spend 4 mana to have access to that unit again, otherwise it cannot block nor can it attack. She also has Lifesteal, which is really good against aggro. She levels if you've targeted units 8 times over the course of the game. This includes boons, and then she does more shackles on attack call and direct damage to all shackled targets and the enemy nexus. Next we have Enraged Fire Spitter, 6/8/4, will come down and get a boon because of Elder Dragon, has Challenger, really good effect, really good damage, multiple Fire Spitters can close out the game, and just be a really big annoyance for the opponent. Since as Challenger, it can take away really strong mid-game developments that the opponent is trying to set up. Next we have Sign In, which doubles as a big buff to our board. That way we can get some pretty wide swings in case we have like 3 or 4 dudes on the board, and also draw 2 to refill the hand and try to find more really strong cards to play after. Windsinger, really good recall card, 6/3/3 with Elusive. Really nice boon target because this thing can come down as like a 4/4 with double impact, which is really strong. And then also recalling a unit is high value on a body. So for the most part, you want to reserve this effect for big champions that the opponent develops. Think like Viego, Mordekaiser, that kind of stuff. Next we have Galio coming in. He's formidable as well. He has Spell Shield, so he's pretty hard to deal with. He'll come down and get a boon because he does cost, 6 or higher, which is super good. When I'm summoning, grant other allies 0/3, really strong. If you have a bunch of formidables already set up, then that's a lot of damage. Also, level up around end if your allies have 25 plus total health. While he's leveled, basically you get to rally every turn as long as something survives damage, which is really easy to do, so now you also have a rally win con, constant attack pressure. Next we have 2 Mahira, 8 mana 6/8 with Overwhelm. This is like Morgana on crack. So play, curse 2 enemies of shackles twice. So 2 different things are going to be shackled for 4. So they have to spend 8 total mana to play their units. If they develop like a big champion turn 7 or turn 8 and then you Mahira them, it's going to be really hard for them to have access to those cards again. And finally, we have 1 Elder Dragon, which is allowing us to put the 6+ cost allies into our deck, while also getting the boon passives. We never really level Elder Dragon in this deck because we are playing for mid-rolls. We do not care about his level, but he can be a late game finisher if we play him for like 9 or 10 mana. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards, and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. And for this example game, we'll be fighting a cousin in the form of Shyvana Morgana Elder Dragon. So we're going to be playing formidables, they're going to be playing dragons. Let's go ahead and do Broadwing on 2. I like Mage Seeker Jr., it's fine. Don't they have like, yeah, they have single. It messes with them a little bit. So let's pitch Sign In and try to keep these two. Junior is really good if we draw into Fettering, because then the suppression is going to cost more. Other than that, we just care about curving. Yeah, there we go. There's Inquisitor. Very nice. So we'll do Broadwing into Junior into Inquisitor. Tracker, no problem. Alright, we'll play Broadwing here. Mahira is actually really good in this matchup as well, since they're very unit focused like we are. Allegiant, yeah. Let's go ahead and swing, because we can beat over either of these or take 3 free damage to face. Tracker it is. I'll take it. Hey. Okay, Allegiant's fine too. It's actually better for us, because we can kill the tracker now, which is kind of nice. Oh, yeah, see? Perfect. Yo, this Broadwing is a massive 2-for-1 deal there. You see that? That was really good. Alright, so we'll play Junior, and then we'll play Inquisitor first action. Unless they play Shyvana. If they play Shiv, that's kind of annoying. I'd actually rather attack, get our 3 damage in, and then play Inquisitor after. They don't have good spells right now anyways. See? There's the Shyvana. Perfect. Now we get more damage in. So we'll play Inquisitor. Yeah, get suppressed. Get suppressed, punk. Give me that mana. All 3 of it. Okay, never mind. They don't want to give me the mana. Okay. Play Screeching Dragon. I dare you to play Screeching. I dare. Oh, it's open attack. I'm relatively fine with this. Just take the open. How about we do Morgana now? No, because she's just gonna die to a strike spell. I think we can do Petricite Charger here. I think that's good. Let's see if they play below single for me. No. I am your destiny. I don't really want to try Fettering. I'm down to pass this for now. Just because I don't want to get striked at all by anything that they run. Alright, here we go. Now I have protection mana. So now I can do it a little bit more safely. So let's do Fettering on the formidable unit. Then in case we get a strike, we'll play Shield Durand, which is massive. And then we'll be in a much better spot. And if we get away with the Fettering with no strike, we still have mana for Morgana or Fire Spitter here. Yeah, get that suppression going. We've yoinked 6 mana from them so far. Gentle Gem Dragon. When you play it fast, other dragons gain 1/1. Okay. That's pretty fine. Let's go ahead and do a Fire Spitter. What we want to do is probably shoot Shyvana to put her down to 3, and then we can kill her with Inquisitor and kill the 7/6 with Fire Spitter, and we are just good to go. Massive trade here. We'll take the tough is fine. I think the heal's better though, right? Since we're killing this guy anyways. Yeah, heal's better, obviously, because we're gonna send Fire Spitter to his death. So we'll take the +2 HP to Nexus. So we grab Shyvana with 3/2, no problem. We'll grab the 7/6 with 8/4, and we can also attack with both of these. Really, really good optimal attacking with our challenger units. Good setup for the turn. And since they tap to 0 and have no strike spells because we've been suppressing them, there's just not a lot they can do about this. If they play anything this turn, we're probably just going to Morgana, or we can Galio. Both are good options. Both are good options now. Another Shyvana? Yeah, I'm liking Morg. Yeah, I'm liking Morgana here.
You cannot break a shattered soul.
They can't even unshackle the Shyvana, and that gives me an open attack lethal attempt, right? 3, 6, 10? Nope. If I pre-commit shield, the Duranda can. Oh, never mind, we're getting strafing striked.
No way.
Nom 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 nom. That's also Shyvana level.
Now I take to the sky.
She still can't attack for the turn though because of shackles. So this would be 10 damage, right? Let's go ahead and play Galio then. We have Galio plus 3 mana to work with. Galio with double impact, yes.
Come on then, let's get to fighting.
I mean, they're in a pretty rough spot. If they want to block with the Shiv, then give me 4 mana, right? While also putting up another blocker. Good luck. Good luck. There is just no way around this, I'm pretty sure. Shackle, yeah. That's it. Huh. Ta-da! I'm kind of cringe. Get reshackled and also stunned. So if they spend 2 mana to unshackle Shyvana, she still can't block because of the stun effect that's built into the Dark Binding. So it's just pretty much over. And for this deck, I wanted to stray a little bit away from Morgana since we are going to come back to her for the third deck and show you a different style, and that is Overwhelm. The main theme of this deck is to set up a couple units and then attack relentlessly while also protecting those units with buffs in order to do piercing damage to the enemy board. The deck cares a lot about stat buffs, so we are going to be playing Omen Hawk and Yadulski and then just attacking over and over with our big dudes. And we're going to be starting off with Crimson Pigeon, 1 mana 2/2 support, deal 1 to my supported ally to give me +1/+1 this round. Extra stats go a long way, especially when you combine Crimson Pigeon with Ruthless Raider as a tough unit. We basically get to deal the 1 for free while getting that +1/+1 boost. Next we have a couple Legion Saboteur to get nice and aggressive early damage going. Triple Omen Hawk, this is the most important one drop in the deck. It's a 1 mana 1/1. When I'm summoned, grant the top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. Again, because we're playing aggressively statted Overwhelm units that do piercing damage, we care a lot about these +1/+1s. Also, a bonus side note, Omen Hawk can block Teemo and other elusive starters. Next we have 3 Sisters. As a flexible card, we can Frostbite, we can do a buff, or we can do a see you in a couple rounds to an enemy. Basically, if they're super developing, Entomb. Next we have Ruthless Raider, 2/3/1 with Overwhelm. Nice if it gets hit by buffs. Really good target for Crimson Pigeon. Next we have Sky Splitter. This is a very good protection spell for Freljord. It's super good in like any combat focused deck. This is one of them. We love the +1, we love the +3. Just overall really good card. Next we have Tusk Speaker, another aggressively setted Overwhelm unit that also deals damage directly to the Nexuses. And we have Yadulski, 2 mana 2/3 attack, grant the top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. Really good if it gets hit by Omen Hawk, but yeah, we just want these extra stats going. Next we have Iron Ballista, a very good holder of these stat boosts. If Iron Ballista gets hit by Omen or Yadulski, you're in a really good spot. It's a 3/4/3 with Overwhelm. Massive, massive card when this gets hit. Next we have a couple Pirouette. Plunder, I cost 2 less. We can get this Plunder with Tusk Speaker, which is super nice, so that's a good combo. Deal 1 to anything and also stun an enemy. Good aggressively and good defensively. Next we have Whirling Death, which can be used just like Pirouette in an aggressive manner or a defensive one. Defensively, you're going to kill striking units that are doing maybe, you know, Challenger on one of yours and you don't want your unit to die, then you can do Whirling and Protect. You can do it aggressively to make an opposing unit leave the combat in order to push even more direct damage through Overwhelm, so that's really nice. Just an overall flexible card that can be used in like a lot of situations. Next we have Gnar, which is a quick attack champion. Strike, create a Pokestick. We love Pokestick. We can use that to ping face, proc Pirouette. We can use this to draw another card. All kinds of good stuff there. Also, round end, you've damaged the enemy Nexus, so if you do any amount of damage through Overwhelm or through Pokestick, he will level up, grant the strongest enemy vulnerable, allowing you to manipulate your attack, and he has Overwhelm innately. Next we have red Barbed Razor Mace, 4 mana 4/4 with Overwhelm, Nexus Strike, curse your opponent with Ichor. If they don't want to take damage every single turn, they have to spend 3 mana to get rid of Ichor. This also stacks. If you hit them twice, it's 6 mana, 2 damage. Hit them 3 times, 9 mana, 3 damage every round start. Crazy, crazy card if you develop a bunch of Razor Maces. This unit is basically like another champion worth of power for us. Really strong to play around. Next we have 2 Decisive Maneuver. This can be defensive, but for the most part this is a very aggressive card. You want to like open attack with 3 or so Overwhelm units, and then give them all buffs while also removing an enemy blocker from combat. And next we have Glacial Saurian, 5 mana 5/4 with Overwhelm, another really good unit to hit with the Omen Hawk and Yadulski, while also granting even more +1/+1s himself. If an ally has a different subtype than me, draw one of those units. So if you have a non-reptile on the board, as long as it does have a keyword like Yordle, dog, bird, that kind of stuff, then Saurian will also draw you another card, which is super good. And next we have Darius, 6/6/6 with Overwhelm, really good. I see the enemy Nexus has half of its starting health or less, and then becomes Super Darius, gets a +4 attack boost, and he's a really good finisher. And finally we have Battle Fury, another finisher card, used for cheeky damage on big Overwhelm unit or something that gets left alone. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. And for this example game, we're fighting another variation of Shyvana Elder Dragon. Very common deck, you're going to be seeing a lot of Elder. Pigeon, Whirling, Pirouette, Gnar. I think I'm going to mulligan away everything that isn't Pigeon, because I want to see the Omen, I want to see Yadulski, I want to see Sky Splitter, right? We want our really important early game units and spells. We got back Gnar and we got back Whirling, so I guess there wasn't much of a change of the hand. But we do curve a little bit. We have 1 drop and 2 drops, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Cytheria? I do not want to attack into Cytheria. No. I'm down to attack with Pigeon later. So we can play Tusk and then open with Whirling. And then we have Razor Mace. Okay. You know what? Our hand's kind of aight. It worked itself out. So if they attack with both, we just take 4. We shake hands on that. I am not blocking with my units because I plan on open attacking. Unless I top deck something dastardly on turn 3, which I guess would only be Iron Ballista? Yeah, no, I'm probably just open attacking and having Whirling Death mana.
My skills are whole.
Yeah, I think they know this. They should attack with both. There you go. Good play. I'm not blocking that. I need to get aggressive. Swing with both. We can use Suck Pigeon to suck the 3/2. There we go. So this trade would happen anyways. Difference between 2 and 1 HP is negligible. We just have a 3/3 Pigeon now. Try to beat over this board. I think I'd like to keep the Whirling if I can. If they give me something weird like Form Up, then I will probably Whirling as a response, just to match their card. Otherwise, I'm pretty satisfied with this board state and holding Whirling for later. Catch. Okay, see? See, now there's the thing. Oh, that's not even a good Whirling for me. Catch is actually such a dastardly card. Fine. You can keep the dragon. So be it. You got me there. I'm gonna hold Whirling for something else later. Good play. Let's get out our Razor Mace right on 4.
I serve my people with pride.
Yeah. I can't block Shyvana, so it looks like we're just gonna take more damage to face. But it is what it is.
They are nothing.
Uh-huh. Yep. Ow. We could also get really nasty and do a Battle Fury. Like, there is some world where that's just the correct play. Battle Fury Razor Mace here over a Saurian? I think so, because like if we play a unit, they're just gonna play Screeching Dragon. Yeah. This looks funny, this looks weird, I know, I'm doing it. This is just so much damage. It's just absolutely ridiculous. If they try to block with Allegiant, that's not changing much. They block with Shyvana, thumbs up, then we get to kill Shyvana. Or they just full take. Alright, well, now you're down to 6. And I have a 12/8 Overwhelm unit, so that's coming back next turn with a vengeance. I'm just saying. Badger Bear. Alright. Are you going to? You are. Alright. There goes the Ichor. Makes sense to me. Decisive Maneuver, another pretty good card. Actually, if we float 1 going into 7, we have 8 mana. So I think it's correct to play Asari in here. We don't get the draw, which is fine. We have a winning hand anyways. It's better than playing Gnaw, right? Yes. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That is now a big issue. So because of Challenger, we have to play things a bit differently. If they want to swing into me, they have to do it now. I have to bait this pass. I have to, because if I play a unit, it's just going to die to Cloud. And it puts me in a worse position. If they accept the pass, they still have to figure out how to deal with this Razor Mace, which they won't be able to do, by the way. Not with their deck. So it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to full send it? I have 11 HP. But I also have a really big dude right here. And he is causing some trouble. This game is playing out awkwardly, but I kind of like it. You don't see this too often. So that is a very interesting full send. I actually don't think... Well, they didn't full send, but I don't think it's that great for them. I'm kind of down to just do this. I don't want to Whirling. It may look like I want to Whirling, but I most certainly do not. I'm down to block this Razor Mace thing. The Shyvana. And then play Saurian. Again, no draw, but no problem. We just want the Overwhelm. So we go into attack 7, right? Floating 1 mana so we can do Decisive Maneuver and Whirling. And then go for a lethal and open. Like, it's so much damage. They're at 6. Like, how do you stop this? Even Judgment will not stop this if they magically run that for some godforsaken reason. Because we can remove things from combat and we can kill things. Form up. Yep. That is a-okay, my friend. Minus 17, by the way. Just an obscene amount of damage. And we still have the Whirling in the pocket in case we needed it. And the final deck I have for you is going back to Morgana like I teased in the Overwhelm deck. This is Morgana Mordekaiser, also known as M&M. This deck has a big focus on killing allies in order to also deal damage to enemy units, ideally killing them. So what it wants to do is set up cheap units in the early game that are good targets for these kill spells. The big bonus to this is that the kill spells usually target 2 things, so that way you can level Morgana at a pretty quick rate. So we are starting off with a control card that we can use to slow down the opponent's strategy, Quietus. Kill a unit with a total power and health of 4 or less, or destroy a unit's equipment. Really nice, that can also double up as weapon removal. Next we have a quick One of Halberd. This is a really cute card. To play me, kill an ally, and then you also give the stats to something else. We want to kill allies quite a lot, because that also helps with Mordekaiser. If Mordekaiser's already on the board, then Darkened Halberd is basically a free resurrect as well, and you get to start double dipping on summon effects, because, you know, that's just what Mordekaiser does. If you play this card in the late game, it can also be Tarash, which is just a really big bombshell in case you run out of steam. Next we have Wings and Wave, which can be a token in the early game, or also a 1 mana kill an ally. For the most part, you want to do the first wave when you are playing it out early. Next we have Cease the Sentry, which is another good early game unit. It's a 2/2/1, last breath, draw 1. Really nice at cycling through your cards in order to see your combo pieces and also your late game champion. Next we have Fading Icon. Just like Wings and Wave, creates a prey, which is nice, and is also a 3/1 attacker. Next we have 2 Glimpse Beyond, really good reaction to removal, and also be able to use it proactively in some situations to keep cycling for the cards that you need. And next we have one of those kill spells I was talking about, Hate Spike. 2 mana fast speed, kill an ally to deal 3 to a unit, and also summon a husk. Next we have Soul Harvest, another single target removal spell. Kill a follower with 3 or less power, or spend 1 more mana to kill a champion with 3 or less power. Really good flexible removal. And now we have another Hate Spike-like effect. This is Death Grasp. 3 mana fast speed, kill an ally to deal 5 to a unit, so all of a sudden it starts hitting way more things, even more champions. Next we have Legion of the Severed. Play, grant Deathless to an ally in hand. Deathless is really cool. It's a keyword I'm going to highlight real quick. This deck plays around it quite a lot. The next time this unit dies, remove Deathless and revive it stunned with 1 health. So it's kind of like protection, but what it also does is when it revives something, it resummons it. So if it has a on-summon effect, then it will get that again. So we're going to be doing some pretty devious combos with Legion of the Severed and some of our cards in our hand. Speak of the devil, this is one of them. If your hand calls for it, you can go for this playstyle of make this Inquisitor Deathless and then summon it. When it's summoned, it's going to curse the opponent's hand with suppression, and then you can like kill Inquisitor off by grabbing something, and then he'll resummon because he was deathless, and then curse their hand with suppression again. So it gets really annoying. And if you have Mordekaiser on the board later on, you can also target Inquisitor, and then he'll resummon and just keep suppressing the opponent's hand. So if you want to play Turbo Suppression, this is the way to do it. And next we have Spirit Leech, which is another really good draw card. 4 mana 4/2, kill an ally to draw 2. So we can get a body down there and also continue cycling through the deck. Next we have Morgana, doing the same thing as the MEG deck. Cursing with Shackles, really good. Targeting units 8 times in order to level, really good. We can give her Deathless, and then she can be like safer, I suppose, into removal matchups. So that's really nice. We have some innate protection for her within the deck, and she's a really good late game win con. Next we have Spectral Ironhound. This is a very strong card, especially if you give this one Deathless because of its on summon effect. But it says to play me, kill an ally. When I'm summoned, summon a 1000-clawed Deathwinder. That is an 8/4 with Fearsome. Like, just this insanely strong card. And again, if you have like Mordekaiser, you can like kill the Ironhound, get an 8/4, and then if it was Deathless, then it will resummon, you get another 8/4. You do some really big shenanigans. You can just have like a full board of 8/4s, and that seems pretty balanced, I think. Next we have 2 Vengeance for removal, very, very good. And here's Mordekaiser, 7/5/8 with Challenger. Play, kill up to 2 allies. However, his broken part is his passive here. When you slay another ally, revive it. That includes the 2 that he picks, by the way, on play. And then, again, you're just doing like these really crazy on-summon effects. All of your kill spells now resurrect your own ally while still dealing the damage to the enemies. And all of your like Wings and Wave and your Darkened Halberd are like 1 mana resurrects, which is just insane if Mordekaiser's on the board. If he does level, which you don't need, this deck doesn't need to level him, but if he does level, then it's even more doomed for the opponent. Because during an attack call, he will now give you a passive that lasts for the rest of the game that says, when you slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus, so deal 1 direct damage and heal 1 back. Just absolutely insane. And to round us out, we have Rekindler to resummon our champions when they die. Also, Rekindler is a non-summon effect, so you can give him Deathless. You can target him with Mordekaiser. You see where this is going? You can have a board of 3 Mordekaisers, and it's pretty funny. So yeah, Rekindler, really good at that. And that wraps it up for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. And for the example game, we're going to be fighting Nora Elder Dragon, which I just covered in the 3 best control decks. So it's going to be a pretty difficult matchup. We have Sentry, we have Icon, Spirit Leech, Vengeance. I'm kind of down to mulligan away Vengeance and the Spirit Leech here. Let me think about these 2. I kind of want to play one of them on 2, one of them on 3. Spirit Leech is like fine, but I think I'd rather draw into him than keep him, right? Yeah. So we're going to keep our tokens, which are good hate spike targets. And we also have Inquisitor. I'd much rather play this guy on 4 than Spirit Leech. And there's Ironhound, which is really good for turn 6. We're attacking on evens, so like these are really good to play right on curve. Yo, they're attacking with Mr. Thrift. Hey, yo! That is Pog. I'm gonna give him the Elder Dragon emote. Mr. Thrift doing a little dance for us. So let's go ahead and do Ceaseless Sentry, because I kind of want to draw better cards. I'd love to draw into Legion of the Severed, which gives us Deathless in hand. And I'd also love to draw into, let's see, like Morgana, right? Or our kill spells. We're pretty unit focused right now. So I'm going to do the Sentry in case he dies pretty quickly here to any removal. Or portals. Okay, 3/3. Okay. Yeah, I want to kill off my Sentry, but this trade is also good. But I also want to kill off my Sentry, but this trade is also good. Let's just take the trade, because we're going to play Inquisitor on 4 anyways. I'm scaring them a little bit. I'm sorry. Oh, double Mr. Thrift. Where's my Master Yi emote? I need that one, where he lifts up his goggles. Do I even have that? Yeah, I'm really bad at this like emote meta. I'm sorry. I'm misplaying really hard right now. Okay, I don't even have anything. Now it's just cringe. Mage Seeker Inquisitor. Suppression. Give me 2 mana. And I'm also going to kill a Thrift. Teamaker. Huh. I'm still killing that Thrift. I'm sorry. I know. They're going to draw me a card. Thank you. Glad that Sentry died. And he just traded himself in for another Sentry. No problem, though. No problem. We don't have, like, the God Hand or, like, amazing combos, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. As long as we make it to turn 7. What is going on here? What are you doing? Don't attack with Mr. Thrift again. What?
Such petty defiance.
What if I do this? What if I just kill your Thrift for free? What are they doing, man? They're getting a little too crazy. Let's go trade the White Flame though. Penaltel Stones and Heroic Reframe. Ah, cool. A little bit of an outplay, sure. Get a little crazy with it. So let's go ahead and do the Fading Icon. And the Ceaseless Sentry. And then we can pass. I don't want to play Halberd. I'm going to use this when I already have Mordekaiser down. Another Portal. Ah, Badger Bear. That's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and do Iron Hound on the 0-1. And then we'll attack with the 3-1 and the 2-1 maybe? The 2-1's not as great. There's a White Flame here. But I need board space, right? That's my current big issue. What if I do the Halberd? It's going to come back to my hand anyways, right? So that way I can just have like maximum efficiency here. Kill this, put on here. Then we do 3-1, they block with 4-4, and we do 4-3, they probably block with 3-1, we attack with 8-4. I don't know what they do. I want to keep the Iron Hound alive, that way we have it as a target for Mordekaiser. That's all I know. That is all I know and all I care about at the current moment. You gonna give me that White Flame? You're not. Okay, cool. Now check this out. This is one of the dastardly combos this deck has. That's the grasp. Uh-huh. Also, this is going to get a new prey for us, which is really cute. Mordekaiser, targeting both of these. Resummon. On summon effect. Resummon. On summon effect. Delicious. Just really good stuff here. Ooh. We can almost level Mordekaiser too, actually. We might be able to level him next turn. What are you doing? Why are you sending all that? Let's do 5-8 to 4-3. Guarantee that to die. We can do a 3-1 to 3-2. We can also do 8-4 to 2-2. And just be pretty content with this trade. Thank you, thank you. Love all that. And then we do Darkened Halberd. We target the 5-3. And we put it on... I guess this thing is probably fine. Putting on Mord also good. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day, does it? Yes, it matters because of Fearsome. And then that's going to summon another one. Because it revived. Oh, hello, Meduli. What's going on there? Yo. Meduli printer, Nora Elder. That's pretty Giga Chad. Morgana. Morgana, Meduli.
I have found such beauty in mortality.
And then we can also Death Grasp. And then that will level Mordekaiser.
I am your truth.
So on attack 8, we have double level champions, lots of draining, and way over 20 damage. Like, it's just disgusting how good our 5, 6, 7, 8 is. Oh, hello. Mini-Morph Morgana, that's not very cool. I did not enjoy that at all. So let's kill our 0-1, because that will level Mord, and kill their 2-2. Yep. Got him. And that's it for the best mid-range decks of the patch. Extra shout out to the patrons on screen. Much love and thank you for supporting. So for some closing thoughts, mid-range decks are the cream of the crop right now, mainly due to Elder Dragon passive making very strong turns 6 through 8 boards. These are the decks to play and beat. See you in the middle of next patch for the continuation of this series. If you enjoyed this video or it helped at all, make sure to drop a sub if you're new, and also a like for the algorithm. I'm on the way to 15k, and it would be awesome if you came along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Laters!